Alright. It's time for the return of the Florencio files. And up here in the top left-hand side, facing off against Florencio, it is none other than Barcode. Wow. If enough people call themselves Barcode, then it will actually become effective as a way of hiding your identity, like the Barcode account, which is normally, of course, a whole bunch of capital I's, lowercase l's, or ones, just in a row, indistinguishable from each other. Down here at the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, the Protoss player, it is the one and only Macro King. Of course, Florencio recently evolving his play to all new heights. But I think Macro King may have been a bit of a tell that he's going to do the exact opposite of that, because Barcode is opening up with a quick gas and pool. That's going to be fantastic against the Forge first. Opening it to full wall off here from Florencio. Alright, our lovely neighborhood sewer mermaid. Just going to sneak out with the cannons. Doesn't see a hatchery yet. Oh, okay. How's he going to react to that one, though? Does put a pylon down. Spawning pool is finishing. Barcode is not scouted the natural at all. Ooh, 6 slings are on the way, though. If they go straight down there, they easily clean this cannon rush up, right? Or do they, actually? Because knowing Flo, he might just wall a cannon in. If he gets it completely surrounded, it could work. Oh, drone's going down there to take the expansion. Finds it. Cannon's going to start to go down. Flo, he's thinking about it. He's not sure. Oh my god, Flo's freaking out a little bit. He puts down one cannon, another cannon. You could just kill that. It's just started. It wasn't even walled off. Barcode, what are you doing, mate? you donkey. You've gone for an early pool. You could have just clicked on it. You could have attack mirrored. You fucking donkey. Oh my god, you're so stupid. Oh. It's like, oh shit, there's a wall off here. Oh no. That's cannon trauma right there. 100%. Barcode has gone hatch first and tried to fight it with like zerglings and drones before and just got wrecked. And because of that, Ultro's like, I don't think I can do it. It's like, that cannon has just started building. He's like, oh, they have 6 slings versus a probe, but a cannon that just started just freaks out. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. You've got some dark stories about the cannons probing you in the past, haven't you? And that is kind of what they do, right? The probe comes in, slides a few cannons into your back door without you knowing about it. Next thing you know, you're in Zerg counseling for the rest of your life. You're running Zerglings into a wall off, thinking that's a good idea. Making terrible life decisions. You know, you're hiding from your own... Oh god, no, Barcode! Oh no. We are seeing a lair and 2 gases. Now, there's a drone here, so Barcode's thinking about expanding to the rich base, but also hasn't actually built up enough minerals to do it. So, if you go for this rich double gas base, I mean, it can be really nice, but I don't know if it's going to work out. That's a good spine crawler. Gets down there, he's going to be able to root and take down that pylon, depower the entire little setup here. Hatchery does go down on the side. Meanwhile, 3 zealots walking up. Oh, remember, there is a probe here, so it can repower this, and it's going to do it, yeah. The 3 zealots are going to come in and try and jump on top of that spine. They might even go past and try to get inside the base behind this. Not much going on for Flo. Only just hit 25 probes at the 4-minute mark. More cannons. He's doubling down on this. But an infestation pit. Barcode, it looks like, wants to go for the passion hosts. Zealots come down, clean up a few of those Zerglings. They're going to come up and try and fight this spine crawler as well. The shield battery used up most of its juice on that pylon. There's a transfuse available. Oh. Does focus fire. Nicely done. Barcode. Does Barcode know how to transfuse? Yes. Does take down a zealot. Oh. Micro is back, but he doesn't go far enough to break the engagement. Oh, okay, he barely takes out the spine crawler. That's going to maintain this position. A Stargate on the way behind this. There are more queens coming. Now, there is an insane amount of gas. And, oh, a Dropper Lord. I like that. Okay. But, of course, Florencio's like, well, I'm already preparing a cannon on my high ground because that's what I do. This here is to try to bait an attack on the front. A really shitty wall off with an opening, basically, there. A pylon that can be busted. Only 1 cannon, but the second layer there. Hoping to lure them in. A single swarm host on the way. Going to slowly start breaking out for now, though. Oh, there was only 4 Zerglings left on this map. That's a shame. There are more coming down, though. Oh, I like this. Just wait for all of them. There is a Void Ray almost out, though, and a second cannon on the high ground. Flow. He hasn't been checking for the corner base. This is very uncharacteristic. Normally, Flow goes and checks everywhere for proxies, but I think he's actually being tricked this game. Barcode has that expansion up, has a couple of drones mining. It's still very low economies on both sides. There's about to be a whole lot of Zerglings in this mineral line. As long as they avoid the cannons, these are going to take a pretty good fight. Oh my god, Florencio with a quick response there. Almost felt like he was prepared for this. Oh, but targeting the Nexus. Nicely done there by Barcode. Oh, Stalker's here though. That's a lot of probes as well. Void Ray's going to come on out and shut this down. And, oh, come over here. Come over here. Oi, boys, you want to come play? You want to come play? I got a treat for you. Come and play with the cannons. Come and play. Come on. Come on. The Zergling's not taking the bait. They are well trained. Oh, shit. Oh, the beta becomes the baited as that Stalker finds a death by 1,000 bites. Of course, the Macro King could be mining from his natural, but instead slowly cleans up the Overlord, slowly takes that out. I do feel like these probes probably could have just fought these Zerglings at this point, right? It wasn't actually that many. Perhaps has wasted a fair bit of mining time and gives himself a little bit of a macro lead behind that. What's he done behind this? Built a macro hatchery, interesting. Droned up this base quite well. A few more drones down there. That base, though, no spores on it to defend it, so it's still a bit exposed. Locusts coming down a few at a time and getting their butts kicked, and trying to go into Hydras is Barcode, who's trapped on a very low economy. You see both players kind of limping along here, and just no way to get drones over to this base is very unfortunate. Overlord's building from there, Swarm hosts from the main. Still, though, the economy is rather crap. And okay. For a second, I thought he only built a single Chad, but no. Both Chads here picking up a security job while going through school. Their job, of course, is to guard the Protoss base and look for any people of criminal intentions. They, of course, have a few pictures of examples of what those people look like. They do happen to, interestingly enough, just be pictures of people that happen to not be Protoss. So you're like, oh, you're like, sorry, what does it mean if they look suspicious or criminal? They're like, well, they have different colored skin to you. If they maybe speak a different language, if they go, they don't communicate through that. If they don't have your Kala haircut dreads, essentially, let's just say if they're not the same sort of people as you, they don't belong. Well, being brought up in that sort of culture, these Void Rays have become very aggressive, and in fact can fly across here and even start attacking these people in their own homes. They say, no, I know you're looking to intend crimes. We're going to be psychopath evil people here, says the Void Ray in the Oracle. And wait, where is this Zealot from? Was that the same Zealot from the start? Oh my god, I can't believe it. Okay, he eradicates this base Florencio here. Having a bit of a party. The Overlords, they're like, oh god, hide. The Overlord Centipede trying to creep to the corner of the map, hoping they can escape notice from these Void Rays. A Queen pops out. She's going to go down. Oh, 2 Void Rays, a Zealot, and a Queen. 2 Voids, 1 Queen. A rather nasty internet video that not a lot of Zerg players should be watching. But Protoss players, it's their favorite. And Swarmo's now going to come down, finally going to evict his natural. I mean, if he gets a Nidus up, I actually think Barcode wins this game, right? Oh, there's a Nidus up. Okay. Yeah, if he can get one up and just launch one good Locust Wave, surely Flow's screwed. Yeah, he's building some Oracles and some Voids, but even on only one base, I mean, the economy is bad. The longer this goes, it's not good for Barcode, but if Barcode can get a forward Nidus up, it'll be good. Florencio, though, he sees a bunch of unsavory characters. He says, oh, they're up to no good. He's going to go chase them off. Their little skateboards, their fucking pants are too low, they're speaking too loud, they wear caps inside the restaurant. You're meant to take your hat off when you're inside, otherwise it's disrespectful, apparently. Does anyone understand that, by the way? Is there like a backstory on that? You know how old people used to get angry at you if you'd wear your hat inside? They'd be like, how dare you take that off? And you'd be like, why? Do you think I'm hiding poo in it or something? Like, what's the whole backstory on that being so offensive? Wearing a hat inside. Is it saying it's too bright in here? I need to protect my head from the non-existent sun. I honestly can't even think of what the possible answer is, because it seems like a little bit of silliness. But you know what else seems silly, guys? A whole bunch of babies getting thrown in. If they get this Nexus, that is going to be massive. He's trying to make cannons and batteries. Yes, Flow's ahead economically. These Swarm hosts can turn that around overnight. It's a ton of Queen's Hydras out. The Locusts are going to come in. They're not focus firing anything. Battery Overcharge tries to buy time, but ooh, lots of damage going down. All of the defensive structures fall. Locusts do run out, though. They weren't thrown from too close to the base, but lots of Queens and Hydras there. Once again, Hydras, of course, they don't have any upgrades because this is one of Florencio's ladder opponents, and they do not actually know what Hydralisk upgrades are. Apparently, too many brain cells required for that one. These Void Rays here are doing a good job. They're just going to kind of zone it out for a little bit. No expansion for Barcode. I can't believe it. This is turning into a giant Hydra Queen all in, but still more than enough anti-air to take down this army. Stasis traps are going to try and buy some time. Void Rays try to do something. The Locusts actually stagger out quite nicely, and these cannons are getting wrecked. I actually think Barcode should have this game in the bag. As I say that, a whole lot of Oracles go across the map. I mean, he's got nothing but those Oracles. They need to do game-ending damage on the other side. These Locusts are inevitably going to kill this base and his main. At the moment, there's only a small pack of Hydras there. Can the Oracles overpower? Oh, they pop inside. Maybe you can kill the Nidus? No. Hydras pop out. Hydras pop out. Now, they are getting lasered as they go. Ooh, not enough units inside the Nidus. The Oracles turned around for a moment. A few of them died. Wait, Barcode, why aren't you just unloading these Hydras back out and winning the game? Is this phase 2 of him just running away from a fight? He could just put his Hydras back in there and kill it. He's just given up his main base. First with the Zerglings, now with this? Oh my god, this Zerg player. It's like, yep, 3 Oracles. Couldn't possibly take that out. Absolute danger zone. Is going to try and move his whole expansion down here. But Florencio's annihilated his base, and you know what? Florencio's economy looks like shit in a normal game. In this game, it looks magnificent. He's got a wall of Stargates and Pylons rebuilding here. More Void Rays there as well. Void Ray goes up into the base, starts killing all the Overlords. Yeah, you're not just going to lose your base. You're going to lose everything, mate. Now the Hydras decide to go home to defend. Now? What? Oh, he's going to send just 3 Hydras to deal with that. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Oracle's over there. The Locust getting ready one more time. Remember, this is 12 Swarm Hosts. And if they can just knock down this economy, I mean, this should be a win here for Florencio. He's got way more units. Keeps getting hit by these stasises, though, in a big way. Barcode is just smashing the natural with the Locust, killing a lot of probes, but it's taking just far too long. Dilly-dallying, dawdling. And needs to get a move on that. Void Ray's in trouble, though. 3 Hydras will come up and clear that one out. Save the rest of the Overlords in the main. Actually, Void Rays are so fast now. I swear they get away from everything. Little Hydras there. No muscular augments. Unable to keep up with that. And some Zerglings going to run around the map a little bit as well. One probe going up to the top of the map. Looks like he wants to take this expansion. Those Locusts ready to fly in one more time. These Oracles coming down, wanting to hunt down these Hydras. They actually don't have a lot of energy, but I think it's just barely enough. 2 of them turn off, and one of them still actually got its laser on, but it also runs out of energy. That Hydra kicking the butts there. 3 Void Rays there. Locusts coming in a big way. They're starting to take down these pylons, these cannons. Florencio, I think he's going to have to base trade this one out. It looks like he will eventually get sieged down to death. I don't think he ever overwhelms the Queens and the Hydras, but if he could take out all the tech and buildings, that could work. That Hydra kills 1 Oracle, chases the other 2 away with a lot of damage done to them. This Nexus going up in the north, though. The Void Ray is taking out the Infestation Pit. There is mining there, but only 10 workers on top of that mining. More stasis traps on the high ground. The Oracle count is growing. How many Oracles are we at? 9 versus 7 Hydra, 6 Queens. Still not enough to win that head-to-head. Not if the Queens are in front. If the Hydras come out away from the Queens, definitely possibility. I guess there is a few units up there. The Void Rays, if they come back, maybe could do it. A few Locusts go to the high ground. The Nexus on the natural goes down here. Florencio is desperately trying to get out enough laser disco balls to have a bit of a party. Is building some more gateways up there. Cybercore has gone down. Cannot rebuild Stargates right now. So honestly, this is clearly a win if you can just make enough Oracles to laser beam everything. But it's getting to that point in the game, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're at 14 minutes. Oh, that point where most players really just try to go for the most brutal finish they can. Florencio always wants to make a bunch of gateways. I think we'll see a Cybercore and a whole bunch of Stalkers come out. He has been enjoying Blink lately, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he does try to throw that one in there. Ooh, a big old recall. Grabs all the probes off the minerals in the main. Grabs them up to that expansion. He's going to start mining from that. Meanwhile, these Void Rays still trying to kill the strongest baby of all time. Some people say babies are stronger than you think. You can kind of drop them a few times. They usually weather it okay. I was probably dropped at least a couple times as a child. I think Lava, though, they are the ones that legitimately can be. Like, as long as they're on creep, they just do not take damage. They have an obscene amount of armor. But Zerglings in the mineral line. 2 oracles turned on their laser beams. Can they save the probe? No, 1 probe does go down. Only 15 probes left here. And it's going to be a zealot. A single zealot transition. Okay. An interesting approach here from Florencio. I really think anyone else would have the easiest win of all time, but Florencio, I really do truly believe in his ability to throw. Remember, guys, when you're a sewer mermaid, there's just something about the high level of bacteria in your environment. Inevitably, some of it does get into your brain. Now, there have been theories thrown out that there's some sort of symbiosis going on where there's like a parasitic fungi or like a bacterial infection in Florencio's brain that actually has joined forces with his instinctive human thought process. But oh my god, he actually was focusing a few of the swarm hosts there. Is this enough? Oh my god, he's focusing all the swarm hosts. Why isn't he killing the anti-air units? I think that was a huge mistake. Oh, he's going for the queens. The queens absolutely not transfusing at all there in a fight where that was the most important thing. I don't think he dropped a single transfuse. Barcode, though, gets spore crawlers up. He's got some anti-air and he's got swarm hosts going across the map. Oh, is that enough spores? That's a lot of void rays. And they can actually fight from just out of range of those spores. One of them does accidentally shift forward, as does another one. Flo's got to watch that. Micro pulls them back. Hatchery goes down. There's plenty of money to build another one, but... Oh, does he just run away from the spores? No, dude, you got to build more spores. Barcode! What are you doing? This guy... Barcode's mum, I know you're out there watching this somewhere, and I just want to say I feel sorry for you. Because if raising this Zerg player was anything like raising the man behind the keyboard, I'm just imagining that you had to change the sheets multiple times a night. This was not just a little bit of a, oh, sometimes he has an accident. No, this is like a nightly shits the pants 3 times. Like, how many times can you possibly shit the bed in one game? Barcode, that was absolutely... Did he just take his drones, run them away from his 3 spores? He had enough money to rebuild the hatch and build like 5 more spores. Runs away, gets them killed. The swarm hosts are going down and just taps. Can we go right back to the start of this game and just literally look at that? Like, you know, it's like that thing where it's like, how do totalitarian regimes stay in power? And it's fear, right? It's not necessarily like if everybody rises up, you know, how do the few maintain power over the many in all societies? Well, it's not about necessarily the fact that they have the numbers and the resources. It's the air of power. It's you've got to scare people into not fighting you back, right? This is why Genghis Khan would be like, hey, join me or I'm going to kill everybody in the city. You're all going to die. People didn't do it. He'd chop all their heads off. Next city he goes to, they're like, we join. We want to be part of the Golden Horde. Yes, please. You know, you have to intimidate your enemies sometimes, and sometimes fear is a more powerful weapon. I mean. Think about this weekend, the way Khabib was just chasing Gaethje down around that cage, right? It looked like he was afraid. He looked scared. It felt like there was a psychological win going on before the fight even started. And I think he knows who Macro King is. Barcode says, I'm playing against a Protoss. His name is Macro King. He's building cannons. What can I possibly do? 6 Zerglings couldn't take down a photon cannon that literally just started. That is got 1/4 of its surface area walled off. No. We've gotta... Clearly I can't fight him there. This is one of those moments where he's literally just run away. He's just run away. It's like, all you need... No. Just because he has he's like, oh yes, we're the state police who are here and you've said bad things about the government and we're going to search through your home. It's like, well, no. You could all rise up. Don't be afraid. Support your neighbors. Instead, these guys ran away. They were like, no, you guys, those drones, I'm pretty sure they are untrustworthy. Just don't fuck with me and my Zergling buddies. We'll be over here. And yeah, no, it's not a slippery slope if you're slowly arresting your neighbors and putting up surveillance inside our home. It's fine. Let's go across the map. Seemed like a fantastic idea. The layers of just ridiculous decisions in this game from Barcode were absolutely hilarious. Remember, had so much anti-air. I was like, oh, he's just going to win this game. And the oracles go across the map and then just abandons the main. It was like, I've never seen someone run away their entire main from 3 oracles before. That was actually insane. This was going so good with this Swarmos siege. I actually thought Flo was in trouble just because 12 Swarmos he's never going to deal with that. And I mean, it was kind of unlucky that his Hydras had loaded into the Nidus and he came back out, but he's just like, well, if you pop those in, then popped the Hydras in, and then went back out and defended his main, that would be great. He's got so much time. This does not die that quickly. I was actually looking at this game, and I was going to say the one way I think Flo wins is if he runs in and kills the Nidus before Barcode can get units back into it and unload them to defend. I was like, that's the one way, right? But instead, Barcode was just like, nah, just give it up, man. And Flo just decapitated him, dude. Just brought that Void Ray over. This guy started picking off these Overlords and dominates the skies. I mean, once again, you know, there is no weapon more powerful than fear, guys. And Florencio has done it again. The Sewer Mermaid, a truly dark creature. GG, well played. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to support the Patreon. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next episode of the Florencio Files. Goodbye and good night.